It is time for historical romance, all historical romance book haul. Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name is Crystal and this is Books Forever After, where I sit on my floor, we talk about everything and all things books and nothing but the books. Okay, so this is a very long overdue video. It was going to be a little bit bigger because I had new releases, a lot of more fantasy releases, and then, you know, a lot of these are, they just somehow accumulated. I don't know how that happened. No idea. Well, anyway, back in fall, so since I think September, so majority of these are coming from September for this historical romance haul. I can't remember the last time I did a haul. I will link my previous haul, or actually I'll link the book haul playlist down below in the description box for you to continue on your book haul watching binge. These are my favorite videos to do as well, so I really enjoy watching those as well and just getting to see all the different kinds of step backs and things like that, especially in historical romance. And with historical romance being my first love of romance subgenre, and just, as you can tell, my split love with romance, I'm just super excited to have a centrally focused book haul just on historical romances. So that way we can just take our time to enjoy the step backs and the clinch covers and not necessarily the blurbs, because I am not the greatest on the blurbs and I don't want to sit here and read these for you. So I will do my best. Fingers crossed. So a lot of these, as I mentioned, are from a big library sale in the fall that some of the local libraries around me have. Quite a bit stack is from one of my friends, and that's just like that. So, you know, with all of me rambling, let's just get started and let's see these books. All right, so starting it off, I'm going to go over, I think, the most recent haul. Most recent book to my collection from here is Regarding the Duke by Grace Calloway. This is a trade paperback version, and this is my first annotated copy from Jen from the Book Refuge. So then I will link her channel down below. So I'm super excited to own this and be able to read. I won this from her Patreon giveaway. I'm super excited to read. I don't think I've ever read an annotated copy before. Now, I don't personally annotate books. I think I've been inspired to like highlight a quote or something in my Kindle, but I don't really like go in very heavily with the highlighter in my books. I don't know, there's something like I don't want to like ruin them or anything on my end. So if I would do it, it would probably be one that I know I'll keep as my favorite. I'll just highlight my favorite quotes or things like that. So I just applaud people that are able to just write willy-nilly, and I am just so excited to be able to read this. And it's like a little warm hug, I think, reading this. So that's why I'm really excited. It's like I get to almost buddy read with a friend on here. So super excited about this. This one is a Marriage of Convenience, I believe, or Marriage in Trouble. Okay, yes. So this is an amnesia trope. They are married, and it's kind of like a second chance because it ends up being like a marriage in crisis kind of trope, which is one of my favorite subtropes of second chance, like microtrope. I don't know. Marriage in Trouble is a trope of itself, but it almost could be considered a second chance as well, which, as we all know, second chance is like my favorite romance trope ever. Marriage in Crisis and Second Chance, so they're both my favorites, so and that's why I like love them, so they're so similar. Super excited to read this. I hope to get to this soon. But this is definitely going to be a priority in 2026, early 2026 for sure, because I definitely want to read this. This will probably be in my top books to read in 2026, so I'm super excited about this one. So thank you to Jen for the giveaway. I'm just super excited to read this. Next one, we'll go over some of the oh yeah, here I'll just go over before we get to the library sale and such. So I received a Instagram DM from Becky from Bex Reads just saying she was visiting her parents or her mom, and her mom has some mass paperbacks that she was going to give away, and so she sent these to me. thank you, Becky, and thank your mom for me too. I know Becky doesn't really particularly like historical romance, so I just was super touched that she even thought of me. I'm like, yes, I'll take them. So I got to go through and see which ones I liked. I'm like, that's kind of cool, and super excited for that. All right, so this first one is Lindsay Sands, An English Bride in Scotland. This has this lovely setback. I do already own a copy of this, but this actually is a better condition copy that I have, so this is really, really cool. And I'm really enjoyed, I really enjoyed The Countess by Lindsay Sands. That was a really rom-com-y, like Earl Had to Die kind of book, and so I'm excited for this one. I think, yeah, it's actually right here. My copy, just slightly reused, but this is actually in my 25 for 25 or my top 25 historical romances to read TBR. So yeah, it's gonna be swapped out with this one. So I'll go ahead and do that right now. Awesome. Okay, I will donate this to the library. All right, so next one, I'm really excited. I've been hearing a lot about this author, Karen Hawkins from Hope, and I will link her down below. I love watching her channel. She does a lot of historical romance content. I just love her thoughts because I don't know how people are able to remember everything all the time, on how good the memory people have on their books and the recommendations all the time of like a particular trope if you like. She does those a lot, so I just really appreciate her, especially when I'm looking for those second chance romances. So this one is Confessions of a Scoundrel, and this looks really good. I think this has a hidden identity somewhere in here. I don't know, not for sure. It says, legend says that whomever possesses the St. John talisman ring will find their one true love. Now that the ring rests in the pocket of renowned scoundrel Brandon St. John. Okay, sounds like a little adventure-y book. So interested in trying that one. Awesome. And then another Karen Hawkins, which I'm super excited because I think this is book 1 and really want to prioritize this one. This one is How to Abduct a Highland Lord by Karen Hawkins, and that is the step back. Oh, I just love like the fact that she's wearing his plaid. I love it. The embrace, the detail of her hands in his hair. The little second kind of scene looks like a wedding there. I think the handfast. Okay, I don't know if this is a second chance. I think it's a marriage of convenience or like forced marriage. But it says that the groom is literally dragged to the altar, and his name is Black Jack Kincaid, and he is the handsome wastrel she's sworn to never see again. So I hope that means it's a second chance. And if they married over a bloody war between their clans, we'll see. So I keep seeming super excited, but yeah, how else am I gonna be? But yeah, I just love that step back. That is just gorgeous. I love that art. So pretty. And then another one is Jo Beverly. I've been trying to get to her too, and that's an arranged marriage. She would be a new to me author. Oh, so she has a greedy brother, and she's forced to have a hasty wedding to a mysterious Nicholas Delaney. Ooh, and I think it has like a spy romance in here somehow, because I think the groom was a spy, possibly a secret spy. Or he's trying to get a spy or something like that. So there's that one. And then another, oh, this is Lindsay Sands. Yes, another Lindsay Sands, Taming the Highland Bride. So another Scottish. Love that. Her like cape in the wind, showing a little bit of that leg with the slit. The embroidery on that. Oh my goodness. So nice. And then we have Devil of the Highlands by Lindsay Sands. I think these all from the same series. Go. And then we have a Karen Rainey. That's another author I really want to get into, based upon like Hope's recommendation as well. This is The Devil of Clan Sinclair. I love that dress. Interesting. And another little, love the step back. Oh my gosh. So pretty. So pretty. This one is a second chance. Okay. Okay. This one, she's a widow. And her husband, who had passed away, kind of left them destitute, like spent all the money intended for her and her in-laws. And unless she produces, leaving them penniless, and unless she produces an heir. So she's desperate and confused, and so she embarks on a journey that brings her to the doorstep of the only man she's ever loved. Okay, this is probably going on the list. Mark this a second chance. So, is all my TBR going to be second chance props probably for 2026? Who knows? Who knows, but when it's done well, just like time travel, it's that one, oh my gosh, it's just done well. It just makes me so, like a hug. So comforting. I just love it. All the angst and tension, just longing and yearning. That can be done well and when it's written well. Just such a joy to behold. So one more look at this. Oh my god. Okay. There you go. So pretty. And then we have Veronica Wolf, Devil's Own, another Highland romance there. I haven't heard of this one or this author, so I'm really interested. Let me know if you've ever read this author and tell me what you think. It looks like he has like a tattoo on his back. Looks really interesting. Okay, this one says 13 years after he was kidnapped and sold into slavery, Aidan returns to Scotland to find the home he knew long gone. His mother, a proper education, a chance at love, gone. All he has now are dreams of vengeance. Only one woman can restore his tormented heart. He wants to enact revenge on the man who sold him into slavery. She's a spinster, and she's hired to tutor him. So that's how their romance begins. Very interesting, that one. And then The Deed by Lindsay Sands. Now, I already own this one as well, but I don't have the step back. I have a very cool, like, campy 80s cover looking that I love. I don't even know if I will get rid of that one. I'll see, depending on if I like this or not. But it's just iconic. I just absolutely adore that one. So this one is The Deed. I think this one is actually her very first novel that she wrote, if I'm not mistaken. So we have this. I don't know what she's holding, like a little crown or something, some sort of hairpiece in her hand. And then we get this little number. Really, really cool. So yeah, that's the Countess right there in that picture. That's what I really enjoyed. So yeah, we have that one. And then the last one that Big Becky sent me is Lorraine Heath, Wicked Intentions. And unfortunately, this one has a false step back. I don't know why they do this to us. Like, why? But we have that one. Okay, so this one has like an auction. Interesting. So there's 3 young heirs imprisoned by an unscrupulous uncle, escaped to the sea, to the streets, to the faraway battle, awaiting the day when they would return to reclaim their birthright. So I think that's the heroes. And so this one says he is born of noble blood, and survival has taught him to rely only on himself and to love no one. But when he sets eyes on Evelyn Chambers, an earl's illegitimate daughter, he is determined to have her, if only as his mistress. Evelyn, after her father's death, never imagined that she would be sold to the highest bidder. So I think there's like an auction there or something. And so she has little choice to accept the lord's indecent proposal. He's wealthy and as well as ruthless. His coldness belies deep passion and deeper secrets. If she must be his, she intends to lay everything bare to the Lord of Pembroke. The Lord of Pembroke is hiding. Interesting. Okay. Love it. Okay. I need to read me some more Lorraine Heath. I'm working through like 2 different series by her. And once I'm done, I definitely want to try this series. If it's from the same series that I'm reading, I don't know. But I'll see which one this is in. And I have 4 here. This is another replacement. This is a very like brand new copy of Shanna by Kathleen Woodowith, so I have that one. So my other copy I will just be donating to the library. But yeah, excited. I didn't realize how thick this book is. It's like almost 700 pages. So, oh yeah, like 660 something pages. That's crazy. But yeah, so I have that one. And then I have a Virginia Henley, The Marriage Prize, which I just love that step back. Oh my goodness. Talk about, I hear like knights, I've been seeing a lot of like knights being trending, especially with Night in a Moth and I think The Second Chance of Locke or something like that in fantasy romance. So I wonder if that means possibly if historical romance will be really popular with the medieval side, with a knight or something. I wonder. So I just love that detail. I just love this kind of art. All the trees. Oh my goodness. Love it. And then I have another Virginia Henley. This is called Enslaved. I think I have this one, I'm not sure, but I know I've seen B show this one on her channel and one of her videos, and I just love it. This is just so kitschy. It's like a time travel, Inception time travel thing. It's kind of cool looking. So this is Enslaved, and then we have that. It's just, I don't know, there's something about that step back. Love it. And then one of my favorite authors is Julia Quinn because of Miss Bridgerton. I think this is the author that I'm really close to reading most all of her backlist, which is her and Lisa Kleypas. So definitely want to read more of her or Lisa Kleypas. So I'll have to choose which author next year in 2026 that I want to focus on reading their backlist for sure. I love it. Like she's like looking in the mirror. I cannot be easy to do painting, so that is really cool. Really, really cool. So this stack I got all from Amy, I think. I don't know if I got the other one down here, but for sure. Yeah, I don't know if it's all of these. Yeah, I have 2 here, I don't know. But I got this from Amy, which is April's sister, from her Whatnot shop on the Whatnot app and on her profile. And I don't know, she has been selling on there lately, so I don't know if she's just take a break or not. But that is where I purchased these, on there. I got a copy of The Gift by Julie Garwood at Mass Market. I do have this in a hardcover pocketbook edition. And it does have a setback, unfortunately. I think I remember reading this. So I read all of Julie Garwood's books way back in the day. I absolutely adored her. Her and Johanna Lindsay. Johanna Lindsay, I think I made quite a big dent, if not like 75% of her backlist. So she was another one. But anyway, I've been rereading Julie Garwood's books, and The Bride and The Secret this past year, and unfortunately they didn't really hit as well. They were both kind of like 3 stars. So I'm wanting to reread her backlist, and definitely The Gift, because I do think I remember liking this. I think she always like had like a crush on him or something, and he is a pirate, so pirate romance. So I'm hoping there's like adventure, angst, just yearning, and that whole thing. So I have no thoughts really, because I don't remember. I remember really loving it. That's pretty much all I can remember of Julie Garwood's books, but rereading it is going to be really interesting because she has a lot of like Highland ones that I remember, and trying to find like there's a certain book that I just remember certain scenes and like which one is that from. So going to the adventure and going to reread those ones, and I think I also remember rereading this in like the certain season here. So we'll see if I'm right. But I'm just here for along for the ride, so it's gonna be really interesting to see how I like this. I am excited about it, or I'm looking forward to it, but at the same time I'm kind of cautious because I don't want to ruin the great memories that I had of reading it back in the day But now with being a different reader, you know, like, you know, years later, your tastes change. And she's such an OG author that I just don't want to lose my love for her. So we'll see how this one goes. So I hope I will enjoy this one. She's another author that there are not too many books, so it'd be relatively easy to read her backlist as well. Because she did do a lot of romantic suspense, which I did read a lot of hers as well from that. Yeah, we have that one. And then we have another one for Lindsay Sands. As you can tell, I just love her writing. Well, I read a couple, but I just like it. It's Bliss. So I love this. The foiling, emboss. It looks like another medieval romance, and I never usually like it when they reference like kings back in the day. So this one has King Henry. I don't know which King Henry, because there was, you know, the very famous one, which was the 8th, King Henry the 8th, but we'll see with this one. I don't know if this is like a forced marriage by feuding noble families or whatever kind of a thing. So we have that one. So really, really cool. A really nice condition. Love that. Then we have another Lindsay Sands. This is To Marry a Scottish Lord. So we have this cover. And that step back. It's really, really pretty. So I think this is in the same series as the other Scottish ones that I shown earlier. And then another one by Lindsay Sands, The Highlander's Promise. Well, he's got a little nice little 6-pack there, doesn't he? Like, is that an 8-pack? 1, 2. That is an 8-pack, my man. Oh my goodness. You do you. Oh my goodness. Oh, and then it has like a step back, but it's just a landscape step back. So with a lot of words on it. With the words in the book, not on my beautiful art. All right, and then I have 2 more here that I don't think I got from Amy, but I think these are on the pile here, so I'm not sure where I got these ones. But they're both Mary Ballogs. Probably got them at a library sale. No idea, can't remember. But this one is Simply Love, and then I have Simply Magic. I have definitely quite a bit of Mary Ballogs that I am going through that I've collected. And so I'm starting with, I think, The Proposal and trying to make my way through all of her books. So she's a new to me author. I haven't read her yet, so I am excited to eventually dive into her books, and we'll see how I like them. I hear nothing but good things about this author. More of like the slow, meaningful, poignant romance. So more character driven for sure. So that's just something I'm really interested about. All right, and then these other ones are from this big library sale that I was talking about. So we have 14 more to go through, and then I'll just try to speed through these because I don't know all these, but really it's more of the authors that I've collected, or new to me authors that I collected. I'm just really excited to read them, except for this one. I've read this one. This is the Sarah McLean 9 Rules to Break When Romancing a Rake. So read this as part of historical Tea and Biscuits with Tara and B book club earlier this year. Really 5 stars, enjoyed it. So I was just so excited when I saw this at a library sale. I had to pick it up so I could have a copy, and I would definitely reread this author in the future as well. We will go through the other ones here. I have a really interesting, like, really older one. It's called Lord Sin by Catherine Archer. I just thought the art was so interesting. Probably more like a darker one. So it says the infamous Lord Sin had taken a wife. So really, really interesting with that one. And then there's like a little scene on the back. It's really, really cool. So yeah, looks cool with that one. We have some Anne Mallory's. We have The Earl of Her Dreams. It's really pretty. What Isabella Desires. I just love that, like, softer impressionist painting strikes, I think is what it's called. It's been a while since I've taken art history and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I think that's what that is. Really, really cool. Then we have Masquerading the Marquess. I mean, if there's a masquerade ball in it, I just love those kind of subtropes within a book. Love it. This one has like another little mini scene from the front. And then this is Daring the Dude with a purple cover. Oh my gosh. These are like embossed lettering. The dress with the strap off the shoulder. Love it. And these little purple blossoms and things like that. Okay, so she is living a double life as London's most legendary thief. When she's finally free, she thinks she's escaped her path until a family crisis draws her back. And he wants to bring her to justice. He is the dashing, somewhat notorious Duke of Marston, and he has set the perfect trap. Awesome. And then we have some Kathy Maxwell's. We have 4 more of those, and this is In the Bed of a Duke. Love that dress. Oh my goodness, that's so pretty with the flower in her hair. So pretty. Then we have The Price of Discretion. This is another book in a series that I currently have as well. That is... No, it's not. It's like a governess romance that I want to read. I was wanting to read it for my Ever After-a-thon in May this year. But I didn't get a chance to get to it. So this is one of them that definitely intrigued me too. Or this series in general. So I just love all of them have some sort of like back-facing dress with like the dresser or something there. So love that. So this is the Price of Indiscretion. And OMG. Oh my gosh. It says passion always has its price. Oh my gosh. The, like detail on the curtains. Oh my goodness. So nice. So pretty. And then we have In the Highlander's Bed. Beautiful red sheets and red dress. Oh my gosh. So pretty. This says they're on the brink of ecstasy. Alright, and then the last Kathy Maxwell is Betting the Heiress. Or Betting the Heiress. So we have that one, and then that whole bedroom scene there. So pretty. We have Victoria Alexander, Let It Be Love. Another bed scene there with the bed sheets. Clinch cover, gotta love it. So pretty. And then we have a Candace Camp, which is an independent woman. This one doesn't have anything really special, but it does have like the postcard, like the original like postcards. They used to do these in mass markets. Just like a postcard in here. I love it. When was this? Yeah, this says he would be forever in her heart. Oh my gosh. So this is oh, it does. Oh my gosh, it does have a step back. Oh my gosh, that was totally psyched me out there. Okay, so this is the step back. Oh my gosh. It's a ballroom dancing scene. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. That is so pretty. Okay. This one says only one person treated Juliana Holcott with anything other than disdain. Nicholas Barr, the orphaned heir to the estate where she spent her childhood. Is this childhood friends to lovers? Oh my gosh, okay. And when wild, rebellious Nick left home, Juliana was left to fend for herself. Oh my gosh, this is childhood friends to lovers. That's another favorite of mine. Oh my gosh, I love that. Okay, so she's forced to seek employment as a lady's companion, and she's resigned herself to a life of lonely independence until Nick's innocent attentions at a ball cause her to lose her position. And then he offers her the only recompense he can, a marriage of inconvenience. Oh my gosh, a childhood friends to lovers and a marriage of inconvenience and a ball. Love it. That is awesome. Let's take another peek at that. That is just so pretty. Totally psyched me out on that one. And then these ones definitely don't have a stat bag, but there's some more Mary Ballogs. This is The Secret Pearl and The Devil's Web. So some more of those as well. All right, so that is all. That's all the books. So that's about 35 mass markets. Yeah. But oh my goodness, yes. For most of these, getting them for what, 25, 50 cents or $1 or so, it's just amazing. That is it. Please give this video a like if you liked it, and leave a comment down below if you would like. And if you don't want to comment anything made all the way through this video and you want to let me know, go ahead and leave me a pink heart emoji. Alright, well, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.